How are we, guys? It is Wednesday, it's the late night agenda, and I'm your host Craig. I'm very, very sorry about delaying the stream 10 minutes, but Apple, in their infinite wisdom, decided that my computer needed to do updates and that needed to take 20 minutes. So I do apologise for being late. I don't like pushing streams back. We've a lot to get through tonight. I can see there's some people in the chat already. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me tonight. Too many people to say hello to. I think we're going to have to knock that part of it on the head. But let's get straight into it. Let's get through people's thoughts. Obviously, just before I've come on, it's been confirmed that Derby County will be facing Aston Villa in the Championship playoff final to decide who gets that coveted spot back in the Premier League. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people wanted Leeds to come up. James Milner probably did as well, but Leeds won't be coming up. It's down to Derby and Aston Villa. And look, that's a final we can look forward to. Obviously, as you can see from our countdown now, which is what we're going to do on the stream, 17 days to go until the Reds are in Madrid, and we're going to do a countdown every single day. We're going to change that image and count down to another massive game in our season. Craig, we've got 47 Reds waiting for you, said Lewis. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you all in. Barron said, still have to pinch myself. We're going to Madrid. We're going to Madrid. Yes, my friend, we absolutely are going to Madrid. Oh, I cannot wait. As I said, the countdown has begun. 17 days to go. How's everybody feeling tonight? I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Why is all the RIPs in the chat? What have I missed? I'm still playing catch up here because you guys were in here before me, so I'm playing catch up tonight. Good evening, Reds. Hello. Bonjour. Lots of people just saying hello. Right, let me start by saying that reports today suggested that Spurs have apparently stolen a march on Liverpool in the race to sign Germany international Julian Brandt. He has 2 years remaining on his Leverkusen contract, but reports also suggest that he has a £21 million buyout clause. And I want your thoughts on this, ladies and gents. What are your thoughts? Do you believe that Spurs are ahead of us in the pecking order? Do you believe that Liverpool really want Julian Brandt? I'd love to know your thoughts on this. This is your show as always. Get your comments in and I'll do my best to get through as many as I can. What else we got? Moderator. Nope. I see somebody say City are banned from the Champions League. Is that a confirmation, or are we just going off the rumours that are going around that UEFA investigators are recommending that Manchester City be banned for one season from the Champions League? I'm still waiting to see if anybody has confirmation on this, because I caught a little bit of this as I was getting set up for the stream. Ryan, mate, love you too, buddy. Thank you so much for the kind words. Your confirmation is tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful day, GTM boss. I hope you make lots of money as well, because, you know, there's money to be made on confirmations, isn't there? I'm liking the MLS shirt. Thank you. It's Toronto. I've also got Orlando, and I've got the, what are they called? The Columbus Crew away shirt as well. Yeah. Well, thank you. Craig, have heard you say that we'll only sign a left back and a forward, play across the front three, but we won't go over 13 million. Have I heard that? No, Amandeep, I haven't. We do need to sign a backup left back because Alberto Moreno is leaving. Whether that's that kid Adam Lewis coming from the 23s, whether it's that kid Lloyd Kelly from Bristol, or whether it's somebody else, I don't know. Spurs ain't got no money, said Uncle Mo. No money. I think they have, to be fair. They'd have to have some money, wouldn't they? They've got all the way to the Champions League final, so there's what? There's surely 80 or 90 million to be made from that. City won't face any action for video of players. Yes, I mentioned that on Twitter. The Premier League have said that they're not going to do anything over the video show Manchester City. Look, the video we spoke about last night, I don't want to keep going back over this because, to be honest, I'm already fed up of it. I've spent the entire day on Twitter going back and forth about this with people. We know it's wrong. As Liverpool fans, we know it's wrong. Manchester City choose to bury their heads in the sand and say that, oh no, it's grand. Talk about fans being battered in the streets. It's all good. No problems there. Look, I'll leave that to other people to decide. We've talked about it last night. We dedicated a large portion of the stream to it. I think we push on from this now and get back to concentrating on the Reds. Loads of people talking about this 12-month ban. I've not seen anything to say that 12-month ban has been issued. What I've seen is, and I'm sure maybe what you guys are talking about, is that investigators are about to recommend to UEFA's board that Manchester City be banned from the Champions League for 12 months. Whether that happens or not, and if it does happen, still it'll be appealed, and we're probably going to wait for this to run its due course. I want Delit and Timo Werner, said Miros. Bro, love your channel, said Reese. Thank you very much, mate. I do appreciate that. Can't believe nobody from that club, sorry, I was wondering what that word was, has apologised. Nah, mate, they're classless. Again, when I'm talking about them being classless here, I'm not talking about their fans, I'm talking about the ones that run the club. Not long now till the window is open, said Liam. Oh, we were talking about this on Twitter, myself and Liam, earlier on. It opens at midnight tomorrow, would you believe? The window opens at midnight tomorrow, and we will be officially able to buy and sell players from 12 tomorrow night. I saw the video you did with 888 Sports when everyone hates Liverpool. It was why nobody wanted Liverpool to win the league. It was fun. I enjoyed doing it. Messi or Ronaldo? Messi. All day. Every day. Although, I'm not obviously happy with Messi's antics in the games against us, but I still think he's the better player. Another Fabinho signing out of the blue right after the Champions League final would be great, said Marcus Fletcher. Spurs have lots of money, said Liverpool legend. What else have we got? Barnes said, I don't watch much football outside of the Premier League, so I don't know how good BRANDT is. Would love to see Dybala though if I had a choice. Julian Brandt is a very good footballer, mate, and as bad as Germany were in the World Cup in the summer, he was one of their shining lights. I'm not even going to pretend to say that I've watched a lot of Leverkusen. I haven't. But any clips and little bits and pieces I've seen of him, he looks like a very talented footballer. We know that Jurgen Klopp was interested in him previously. And at this 21 million quid, which just seems ridiculously low for a player of his quality, you can imagine there's going to be lots of clubs battling to try and get his signature. Dybala, as he was suggested, mate, I'd love Dybala myself. I can't imagine we're actually going to get him. I don't know what to expect from this transfer window. I really don't. I've got some more bits and pieces regarding transfers to get through on tonight's stream, but this isn't about me. This is about you guys. I want to get through your comments. TikTok, said Liam. Need an AM that can, or attacking midfielder that can play as a forward. Asensio, Fekir, Ziyech, or João Felix, said Tonic. Yes, completely agree, mate. And every one of those names were pretty damn good footballers, to be fair. Pele or Maradona? Maradona. Stephen Richards. I think Maradona for me. Are we going to buy LIGT? Said FA Techers. Your guess is as good as mine, mate. Some people are saying we've put in a 55 million quid bid. I can't confirm or deny that. Let me put it this way. If Barcelona have agreed to pay the buyout clause for Antoine Griezmann, which is £103 million or something like that, and they've also already signed Frankie de Jong for 75 million, they're not going to just have an infinite amount of money to then drop another 65 million on LIGT and some more players that they need. So I would say we might be able to rule Barcelona out. This is just guesswork, of course, but we'd love LIGT. Of course we would. I don't want to get my hopes up or give people misinformation because I genuinely don't know. Like everybody else, I'd love them. Have you covered the update yet, Craig, you mad bastard? What update? What's the update, Fahrenheit? What have I missed? Would you go for Tielemans? He's only on loan. A couple of clubs linked to him. I think United were one of them, him. He is a very good footballer. Do we need him? Would he be of the level we need? I don't know if he would be, to be fair. I honestly don't know on Tielemans. Maybe Boya is a good person to ask on this, although he's obviously not going to want to admit that he might leave the club. But, Boya has watched him this season, so he's obviously in a much better position than me to give you information on quite how good Tielemans is. Claire is in. Claire, how are you? Welcome. Dirty Girl said, ask yourself, where did Spurs get 1 billion for that stadium? Answer, dirty money. From Spurs? Dirty money? I don't know. I honestly... Nah, I don't think so. In that case, I think Daniel Levy took out loans on behalf of the club, or Spurs took out loans, and Daniel Levy's a very shrewd operator. I wouldn't throw that suggestion at Spurs, honestly. It's not something I've heard, read, seen, or even... I've got no idea about that at all. So I wouldn't be one to say that myself now, Dirty Girl. Did you see the idiot on Manchester City TV saying Liverpool fans are overreacting to the song? No, because why on earth would I watch Manchester City TV, mate? Why would I waste my time watching Manchester City TV? They're irrelevant. So no, I haven't. No, I don't mean the channel. I mean the whole fucking club to me are irrelevant, other than the fact that they're a classless bunch of fucks. But no, I haven't. But what were they saying? You're just saying that they're overreacting. Look, there's been a lot going around about this. Sean Cox's brother has had his say on it as well. We retweeted that from the Anfield Agenda account if you want to go and see that one. Though I still think we'll sign Timo Werner. Some days I think yes, Louis. Some days I think no. And some days I'm just not sure. He's going to move on. It's just a matter of where he goes. And the fact that it's been so quiet from a Liverpool perspective around genuine rumours and stuff, I don't know what to believe. Sometimes I'm hearing things like Liverpool aren't going to sign an out-and-out number 9 because they believe in Ryan Brewster and that they're going to bring in somebody else maybe to play a little bit deeper. That makes some sense if you think about it, but at the same time, I don't know where that came from and I don't know how true that is. BRANDT said, I say the same things of certain transfer rumours like, is he good enough? But Robertson wasn't good enough. Shaqiri, now look at them. Yeah, to be fair, it's a good shout. Robertson was one of, if not the biggest bargain I think we've had in the last 5 or 10 years. I mean, ridiculous how good he's turned out to be. Christopher said, does anybody actually think UEFA are going to ban City from the Champions League? Yes, I do. I don't know if it'll stick. I don't know if the appeal will overturn it. But I genuinely do believe that there will be a ban handed out to Manchester City. It's been reported too widely that it's going to be recommended to them for them not to have done anything. Now, again, when this takes a legal challenge, I have no idea what happens there. I'm clearly not educated well enough in football finance to even hazard a guess at what will happen if this is charged and brought to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. So I guess we're going to have to wait and see if FFP does stand up to legal scrutiny. Shadow Games, my day's been pretty good, thank you, mate. I hope yours has as well. We need that creative midfielder, so James Kirkman. Who would you like to see leave this season? No, like to, because that makes it sound like I want them out of the club, and I genuinely don't really want anybody over a club because I have nothing against any of our footballers. But the people I think may leave, obviously Mignolet, Klein, Moreno's definitely going, Sturridge is definitely going. I think Lovren might move. I'd be interested to see what happens with Adam Lallana. Harry Wilson, maybe if Derby go up, he'll get another loan season there. So let's wait and see what happens with him. Is there anybody else I'm missing? Sturridge we spoke about, he's going to go. Origi, it looks like he's going to get a new deal. I think that's about it. And maybe Grujic, I'm not sure what's going to happen with him, if he'll go out on loan or if he'll be sold. Hope Ziyech comes to the Premier League, said Sassy. I'm a Spurs fan and we should sign Van de Beek. Well, you played against him twice, Reece. You've seen him up close, so you'll probably know much more about him than I do, because I haven't watched much of Ajax this season, to be fair, except for a couple of games in the Champions League. I still watch that Trent corner. It's an amazing Champions League moment, said Nikos. It really is. I must have watched it myself, mate, over 100 times at this point. Did everyone see the video of the match steward? Or I think it was maybe one of the guys that were doing the tour of the stadium or something. He has his jacket on and he walked towards the corner and he basically just imitated the Trent corner. It was brilliant. Love you, Craig. Can I get a shout out? Liam Barr. Of course you can, Liam. How are you, mate? I hope you're having a lovely week. Griezmann to Barca and then Dembele to LFC would make sense, said Stigblom Anderson. Would we pay that much money? I've no idea how much they'd want for Ousmane Dembele, but is he a good player? Absolutely. Could Klopp bring him on leaps and bounds? You bet your ass he could. Whether it happens or not, this is the beauty of Liverpool at the minute. None of us have a clue what's going on. You're going to get the ITKs and social media saying this is going to happen, this is going to happen. But the genuine people, the people who are going to tell you the truth, the people who, like me, who are just transfer hounds who love transfers, I'm not going to come on and tell lies. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen. Like everybody else, I'm waiting with bated breath to see who Liverpool sign. I wonder if we'll bring somebody in quickly. I wonder if we'll get somebody in before the Champions League final, or if maybe it's announced afterwards. What about Neves, Stephen? I don't think we're going to go after Ruben Neves, nor do I think Wolves would sell him, because Wolves aren't short of a bob or two at this moment in time. Evan said, looks like Milner will renew his contract, ironically thanks to Harry Wilson knocking out Leeds. I mean, I don't think, would anybody have a problem with Jimmy Milner renewing his contract? I certainly wouldn't. He's, you know, his legs will be able to cope with another season because he's immensely fit, and obviously Klopp really likes him as well. Ziyech is the best, said Morad. Lots of love for Ziyech. I know a lot of Liverpool fans would like to see him sign. Werner should be a must signing, said Old School. Lots of people asking about Timo Werner. Let me just look through my notes really quickly. Sorry, I know I have a couple little bits and pieces. Not Liverpool related, but has anybody else seen that West Brom are interested in talking to Chris Hughton about becoming their new manager? Chris Hughton, obviously, who was sacked by Brighton and had pretty much been condemned, as maybe isn't the right word, but it has shocked a lot of football people. You've seen the standing ovation or the loud round of applause that he got at the LMA Awards recently as well. Chris Hughton, very well thought of within the industry. So it's not a surprise to me that West Brom are looking to get him involved, because he's a damn good manager and deserved better than the treatment that he got from Brighton. Any update on Bobby's muscle injury? It looks like he'll be fit, Fabian, for the Champions League final, mate. Cameron Dempsey said, "Hey Craig, I know I'm only a fan and not a member of Manchester City Football Club, but I apologise to the Liverpool fans of the club. It's a shame the club haven't apologised or anything for myself. I apologise." Cameron, my friend, you've got nothing to apologise for, mate. It wasn't... Yes, it's been sung by fans, but you know what? I don't... Our fans have been shithouses at times as well. United fans have been shithouses. Fan behaviour is one thing, but when it comes to the players, mate, that's when it really crossed the line for a lot of us in this one. But you, my friend, have nothing to apologise for, but I do thank you for the lovely gesture, mate, of coming in, and you're welcome here anytime, my friend. What about Hendo out? He's been a rock for us. Hendo out? Not a chance Jordan Henderson's going anywhere. Not a chance. He epitomises Liverpool's grit for me, and he's our captain. I don't think Jordan Henderson's going to go anywhere. Who's our backup keeper next season, asks Aidan Andrews. I'm hoping it's Queevy and Kelleher or Grabara. I think I'd like to see one of them get a chance, but maybe we'll dip into the market again. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Sonia said, "Are you feeling better about getting Spurs in the final, or if you had your choice, would you take Ajax?" I honestly don't mind either, Sonia. I've always said I don't like playing English clubs in Europe, but I don't mean that to sound like I don't want Spurs to be there, because I've got nothing against Spurs whatsoever. I think Spurs are a very good club that's ran the right way, and they've earned their place in the Champions League final, as Ajax would have if they were there. So I don't mind. I'm looking forward to what should be a very good game. I feel confident, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, but it's a one-off final and anything is possible. Spurs deserve their place there, as do we. And may the best team win on the day. 17 days to go, as it shows there on our image. Ziyech has a £25 million release clause. I did not know that. 25 million. Why? There's some players that are really cheap this summer. As we said, Julian Brandt earlier on, 21 million. Ziyech there, if he does have that buyout clause, 25 million. That's really cheap. John Lyon said, absolutely keep Grujic. Fantastic player. What I read, John, and again I don't want to say what I know because I don't know anything, what I've read is that Liverpool are looking to loan him out to a club in European football next season. Now I know that there were stories saying that they were going to sell him, and there was a figure of around 40 to 45 million pound mentioned, and there was also talk of an Atletico Madrid interest in him. So if Atleti are interested in him, you know that there's a good player there, because they're usually quite shrewd in the transfer business. So I'd keep him as well, John. I would loan him back out, but I would keep him. Where's Daniel Sturridge being linked to? Because I didn't know he was leaving. His contract is up, so he can walk and go wherever he wants. He'd be a free agent. So yeah, Liverpool don't have any say in any negotiations for Daniel Sturridge. His contract will end, and he is free to talk to whomever he wants. Same with Alberto Moreno. His contract is up as well. Do you not think Klopp could work his magic on Harry Wilson next season? He's proven. He's not proven though. That's the thing, Mark. He's not proven, mate. He's proven in the Championship to an extent, but we're talking about challenging to win the Premier League, challenging to win the Champions League. As good as Harry Wilson has been, I don't know if he's at that level yet. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying I genuinely don't know. From what I've seen, he drifts in and out of games. He's got a wonderful left foot. He can definitely take a set piece. He's great from the penalty spot. But is he what we need to push on at this moment in time? Can we afford to roll the dice on a Harry Wilson next season as a stand-in if one of the front three get injured? I don't know, mate. I really don't know. I don't know if he's there yet. But it isn't my call, of course. It's Jurgen Klopp's call. And, you know, if Jurgen decides to keep him, then, you know, he thinks of him very highly. If he loans him out, then we wait and see what happens. Why does Matip not play for Cameroon? He had a bit of a fallout with them, didn't he, over something? I can't even remember back when it was. I think he was still at Schalke at the time, or he just joined Liverpool. I can't remember what the fallout was. Craig, did you just read my comment saying Hendo's being a rock, or did you think the same? I didn't read it, mate. No, I just do think the same as yourself. Obviously, I don't want to say defending Jordan Henderson because that makes it sound like he's done something wrong, but I've been backing Jordan Henderson for a very, very long time, particularly when people were calling for him to be stripped of the captaincy. Nah, not for me. I like Jordan Henderson. That isn't to say I don't think the likes of Van Dijk would make an immense captain and is a fantastic leader, but Jordan Henderson is the club captain. He's respected in the dressing room. Klopp has spoken about this numerous times, and Jordan Henderson has been revitalised over the past couple of months, and I think he's been fantastic. Okay, some more comments. Bear with me. Okay, where's that one? Love Wilson, but it's a big step up to the Premier League, said Barnes. It is, and that's my worry, mate. I'd like to see him get a loan in the Premier League to another club to test him, to see if he is ready for the Premier League. Maybe I think a Leicester would be a great move for him, as an example. Rod is in, said, it seems you're trying to troll but not quite getting there. To Rap Chat, I don't know who he is. I haven't even noticed his comment. The mods must be doing well today. Loan Wilson to Wolves for a year. Yeah, again, Wolves are a great club, apart from their shithouse fan tactics when we're the last day of the season. But yeah, a club that plays good football with a very good manager. Barcelona transfers in the last few years are terrible, said Mark. Yeah, I think they've been questionable, Mark. Yeah, I'd agree with you there, mate. Wilson is just as proven as Foden was at the start of the year. He could play a similar role for us. I'm not saying he couldn't, Joe. I'm not absolutely disagreeing with you, mate. What I would just say is, for me, in my humble opinion here, I think it will be a bit of a gamble. But if Jurgen Klopp decides that's a gamble worth taking, then who am I to second guess Jurgen Klopp? I think he'll get pre-season and Klopp will take a look at him and they'll have a chat and they'll sit down, they'll formulate a plan together and work out what's best for young Harry Wilson and what of course is best for Liverpool and go from there. Matthew Keane said, Craig, I know Herrera would never join your team, but since he's on a free, would you take him? He's gone to PSG from what I know, Matthew. I don't know if the deal's been signed yet, but all signs point to him going to Paris Saint-Germain. I'm almost certain that he is signing for them, but let me just, hold off on that till somebody gives me confirmation of it. Heard PSG planning a Firmino raid. Yeah, best of luck. They're not getting him. They can throw down all the Qatari money that they want. They're not getting Roberto Firmino out of Liverpool. And why the fuck would Roberto Firmino go to Paris Saint-Germain? I mean, Paris Saint-Germain is not a step up from Liverpool Football Club in any way, shape or form. They can win the French League every year for the next 100 years and it still won't make a difference. Liverpool would absolutely walk that French League. Yeah, no, I don't see that happening. And I don't see it as an attractive option. Using Coutinho as an example, they were in for Coutinho for a couple of seasons and he just had no interest in going there. It was always for him Barcelona if he was going to leave Liverpool and nothing else. Mr. Smith said we won't be buying much with a 20 million budget. Are you a Liverpool fan, Mr. Smith? I'm just wondering about the 20 million pound budget, mate, because clearly that's not Liverpool's budget. We posted in excess of £100 million profit as a club this season. We've just gained another, 100 odd million from the Champions League run. Then you've got the television money this season, which I believe we're the highest earners in the Premier League. So there's money in our club. The budget of 20 million has to be a joke if someone said that to you, or just maybe someone picking up misinformation. Dave is in. Dave, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Herrera, 300 grand a week at PSG. Wow. Well, there you go. 300 grand a week. Wow, that's a lot of money for Ander Herrera. Red Hulk said, I heard that the guys from Red Men were in the beer cellar. Did you see them? No. They're at the game, I would have imagined, mate. But no, didn't see any of the guys from Red Men in beer cellar. But to be fair, I was it was so busy that we were like hemmed into the one area that we were in, and you couldn't really move in there. It was absolutely chocker-block. Rory said, Craig, how are you doing tonight? Or Rory, excuse me. Hello, Craig, how are you doing tonight? Did you enjoy the nice weather? And we're going to the Champions League final. I wish I was, Rory, mate, but no, I can't afford the trip, nor do I believe I'll be able to get a ticket. I am enjoying the nice weather. Myself and my family and Connor and October are actually going off to Tato Park tomorrow in Meath. So for people that don't know what Tato Park is, sorry, it's like Ireland's version of Universal Studios, but it's based around a potato. And I'm not even joking. I know that sounds like the most stereotypical thing in the world, but it is based around a potato company that make crisps, and the company are called Tato, and it's Tato Park, so it's like a theme park. And October's over in Ireland at the minute, so we're going to meet up in October and bring her out there for a day out tomorrow, which I'm very much looking forward to, as are my kids. If you wait for BRANDT City, it won't be for the 1920 season due to the appeals process, said Evan Guest. What shape is the earth? Well, it ain't fucking flat, mate. That's one thing I can tell you. Hi, Craig. Really stay in the stream for long. I can't really stay in the stream for long. Just want to say, keep up the good work. I love the stream, and that blog was amazing. Thank you so much, mate. Connor did all the hard work on the blog, as always, because Connor does all the good stuff on here. I just take the glory. I reckon Shaqiri could play better than Mohamed Salah. I reckon Shaqiri would play better than Mohamed Salah. No, mate. He's not fit to lace Mohamed Salah's boots, in my opinion. That doesn't mean I don't like Shaqiri, but he's not on the same level as Mohamed Salah, in my opinion. But Mohamed, mate, you're absolutely entitled to your opinion as well. New kit has no collar, you must be happy. Yes, I am. I love the new kit. I have it. It's out. Actually, myself and my son's kit are out in the washing line at the minute drying, both of them side by side. And it looks rather cute, seeing Daddy's kit and then Lucas's little shirt beside it. Liam said, did you read the Mail reporting that Liverpool are at risk of losing Bobby Duncan because he wants fast tracking and he's told the club his wishes? I don't believe that, Liam. He's only, 18? Nah, I don't believe he wants out. He's come to Liverpool. He fought to leave Manchester City to come to Liverpool. I doubt after one season he would want out. I can't see that being true. Jersey Boy said, Craig, if Klopp gave you £100 million next week and said, do the transfer for me, who would you buy and why? God, it depends on what 100 million buys, mate. I'd probably throw it down on Dybala, if I'm being honest. Werner we could get obviously for about 40-45 million, but if you want that player, that real marquee player, and I have 100 million quid in my pocket to do one signing, probably going to go after Dybala. You could be smart about it, and you could go Julian Brandt, Timo Werner and Ziyech and get the three of them, and probably still do that in the 100 million. Be a fool for Firmino to downgrade to PSG, said Epic Ledger. Yeah, I can't see him doing it, to be fair. It doesn't really make any sense, does it? Would you take Coutinho back? No, I wouldn't, mate. I know I'm going to be asked this question every day in the transfer window, and I understand why, but I wouldn't, personally. And I don't think Jurgen Klopp will as well, but again, I don't know that for a fact. Ben Smith has said on Twitter that he does not expect many deals and we won't spend much. Maybe Kloppo likes what he has. I don't know what to say. If we don't address the forward issue, it would be very, very, very naive. Whether that be a wide forward, whether that be maybe even a central attacking midfielder. I can't even believe that we won't strengthen there, to be honest. Maybe they're just trying to manage expectations. Maybe they're trying to do things under the radar. I don't know. We need to spend at least 200 million on the bench. Depth should be Klopp's number one priority, said Sonia. I don't think it's about numbers. I don't think we should really say we need to spend 200 million or 100 million or 2 billion or whatever the fuck it is. I think we just need to get the right players. And whatever they cost, they cost. So if it was Julian Brandt at 21, fair enough. If it was Dybala at 100, fair enough. Just whoever Klopp wants, I want the board to back him. If Klopp thinks he needs only 2 or 3 players, then go get those 2 or 3 players. And I believe that that's going to be the case. I think Jurgen Klopp has and Michael Edwards and the recruitment team have earned that belief from the owners. I mean, how could they not have? Look at what they've done. We need to spend. I've done that one already. Pre-season break and let's get that Champions League trophy. Said got cool. Obviously the Reds have a few days off at the minute. Then, as Jurgen Klopp said, they're going to be a bit of a mini pre-season before the Champions League final. What are the BRANDT updates? I've already done them, David. Can't keep going back over stuff, buddy. I understand people join late, and I do apologise for that. But basically, Spurs are interested in them, and apparently they've stolen a march on us from. That's basically it on Julian Brandt. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it's been reported in the media. Hi Craig, why don't you put Sadio Mane picture in place of Salah? Are you a fan of Salah or where? Where am I I don't know what you mean. Here? Every day it's going to change, buddy. This is day number 1, 17 days to go. Maybe tomorrow it'll be Mane, maybe the day after Firmino. I didn't do the image, by the way. Connor does all the image and artwork. But am I a fan of Salah? Yes. Am I a fan of Mane? 100%. Am I a fan of Bobby Firmino? You bet your ass I am. I think today was just the first day and Connor just picked a player that came into his head. Rod said, if I had 100 million, I'd simply run for it with the 100 million. Are you going to do more videos with 888 Sport? Well, there's still a couple more to be released. I think my unpopular opinion piece still has to come out. I can't remember if there's any more because I can't keep track of which ones have gone out and which one haven't. There was another one went out yesterday. But maybe, yeah, I think I'll probably end up filming with them next season a little bit. We've spoken a bit on private messaging, but look, we'll wait and see. If the offer's there, then yeah, of course I'll take it up. If it isn't, then best of luck, and I wish them all the best. Jason Smith said, we need a creative midfielder like Coutinho who creates a bit of a spark. I agree with you, Jason. Do you think Liverpool should keep Ryan Kent? No, and I don't think we are, Liam. I think he's already said he wants to leave the club. And I can understand why, because he's a little bit frustrated with coming back every summer, reporting back for pre-season training, and then ending up going back out on another loan. I think he just wants to settle into a club now and forge a career for himself. And whether that's at Rangers, I don't know if they could afford him. I think Jurgen Klopp probably wants, from what I'm reading, 7 to 14 million in that kind of ballpark for him. Good evening from Jamaica, said Wayne. Very hot day here. How are you, Wayne? Jamaica. How I would love to be there for a holiday right now, mate. Okay, let me just read through some more. Any news on Harry Kane being fit for the final? Well, I did see that Gareth Southgate and England believe that he's going to be fit for the Nations League playoffs or the semi-finals or whatever it is. So he couldn't be too far off then, because that's very close to the Champions League final, so maybe. But even if he does play, he won't be in match rhythm and I won't be that fit, so I wouldn't expect Harry Kane to be peak Harry Kane if he is fit. Any news on whether Milner be offered a new contract? No, but it's been reported before that there is a clause in his contract that allows an extension of 12 months. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if James Milner has the option to trigger that clause, or I don't know if Liverpool have the option to trigger that clause, but it was mentioned to me the other day. If I had to choose between to lose Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah, which one would it be? I don't answer those questions, Billy, because they're pointless. Why talk about it? I don't believe in purposely discussing unnecessary negatives, mate, if you get me, because they're not going anywhere. So why talk about which one we'd rather lose? Why not talk about who we'd rather have? I like to try and do things positively, mate. We desperately need a player to push the front three, said Mr. Smith. Again, I agree. News on LIGT, asks Louis. Again, I think it's just somebody said that we'd like a £55 million bid from, and this wasn't a journalist, this was genuinely just somebody on Twitter to me, so I can't tell you one way or the other on LIGT. I genuinely don't know if we have a real interest in LIGT or not. I think sometimes it's just wishful thinking from us as fans, and you see a player like that available and you know that he would fit so well beside Virgil van Dijk. But again, we've young Keanu Hoover there, we've got Joe Gomez there, we've got Joe Matip there, we've Nat Phillips there, we've Connor Masterson coming through, so you kind of have to keep an eye on the younger players and show them that there's a chance for them to progress as well. An article today, Craig, that Tuchel wants Firmino at PSG. Yeah, he can keep wanting. Why would you leave Jurgen Klopp to go and play for a B-Tech Jurgen Klopp? It just doesn't make any sense. PSG are a nothing club. Why would you go there? Nah, to me PSG are just another club that will dominate their own league and win fuck all in Europe. Kane won't start the final no matter what fitness, said Billy Dalton. A young goalkeeper, left back and a right back too, a creative midfielder and a striker, so Craig Weston is who he wants to bring in. Who do I fancy for the Europa League final? Arsenal, Davey. I don't know if you say fancy as in want to win or who do I think will win, but I suppose both my answers would still be Arsenal. What about you, Davey? Who do you want to see win the final, mate? The Europa League final, I mean. Any news on Klopp extending his contract? Nothing, Carl, other than the few rumours that suggest he's been offered a 5-year deal, which of course we all hope is true. Conor Masterson will be leaving, said the Liverpool Football Club. Craig, you're probably not interested, but I support Celtic and I think Scott Sinclair will leave us in this window. Would you be interested in him? No, he's not good enough for us, mate. Done very well at Celtic, but nah, he's not Liverpool level. Nah, not for me anyway, mate. And of course, I'm always interested in anything people that take the time to write a comment have to say, buddy, so welcome. You reckon Harry Wilson will get a chance in the squad next season? My gut instinct says no, he'll go out on loan, but again, don't base that on anything other than just me guessing. A lot of people want Harry Wilson to come in. I just don't know if he's at the level that we need at this moment in time. No Premier League experience whatsoever. To then come in and have him fill in for one of our front three, it's a big ask. Owen Healy said give Creevy and Kelleher a chance with regards to being the backup goalkeeper. Who do I think is the best, Mo or Mane? I'd probably say that I think Mane is the more effective player in our system at the moment. But I mean, we're splitting hairs here because they're both absolutely exceptional footballers. But I'd probably lean towards Sadio Mane as the more effective player for us. But it's very, very hard, and it's in no way a slight on Mohamed Salah because I absolutely adore Mohamed Salah. Apparently a Liverpool scout was over in France watching Lyon's Aour, I think his name is. Yeah, and I've seen somebody post up an image of his where he just put a watch up. Like just an emoji of a watch Aour put up from, I don't know if it was his Twitter account or his Instagram account. And then of course Liverpool fans underneath were saying, welcome to Liverpool. I don't know if he's coming or not. Because none of us really know what's going on. We're all just waiting with bated breath and reading rumours and coming on here to share and maybe going on to other forums to try and see what's happening. Mr. Smith said take the money for Wilson. He's not good enough. What about James Forrest? Because he'd been linked with Liverpool before. Yeah, I did see that link, mate. I did see that link, wasn't it? Something like 14 million, the link. I don't know. My honest answer about any Celtic player, mate, the only reason I know a bit about Sinclair is because I just happened to catch a few games when he was playing. But in the main, I don't watch Scottish football, mate, so I'm genuinely not in the best place to give you an answer. I just don't watch it. How long did it take Origi to break in? You've got to be really special. And Origi isn't even at his peak yet, and he's been here, 4 years, 5 years or something, and he's still only developing. I mean, Divock Origi probably won't hit his peak for another 3 years, maybe a little bit longer. De Ligt and Barcelona is the longest worst kept secret. I don't think they have the money to sign him, Mark. I genuinely don't think they have the money at this moment in time to go and sign him. 103 for Griezmann, 75 million for what's the other kid from Ajax that they signed? De Jong. I don't know if they have another 60-65 million to go and get a centre back. And I'd also read an article before where I don't know if it was the vice president of Barcelona, but somebody came out and said that they already have Umtiti there. They already have a new young kid that they signed. Obviously, they have who's the other two centre backs that they have at Barcelona? Not Laporte, the other French guy. What's his name? Or not Umtiti? What is his name? They have PK, but the other centre back of Barcelona, God almighty, how could I not think of his name? Yeah, well, they have 3 first class centre backs anyway, in their belief. What is his fucking name? Longley, that's the guy, Longley, thank you. Yes, they have Longley as well. So I don't know if they really are that pushed about going and getting a centre back. How long have I supported Liverpool? Since I was 7, 8, sometime around then. Do you think City will get a Champions League ban and then focus on the Premier League, which is bad news? It seems that they're going to be hit with a ban. Whether that ban will ever be enforced, I don't know, because it'll be challenged in the Court of Arbitration for Sport. So we'll have to wait for that appeal to be heard and then see what happens. John Frusciante, mate, how are you? Welcome in. Shaqiri is better than Wilson, to the LFC fan. Norwich just put a £25 million bid in for Origi. Did they really? Interesting. Looks like he's going to get a new contract at Liverpool, so I'd be amazed if we did move him on this summer. Kev said we don't need Barca rejects, but we do miss out on a few add-ons if they flog him early. Yeah, I read something like 20 million, Kev, is that right? That Liverpool would miss out on if Barcelona were to sell Coutinho. But on Coutinho, actually, I have something here on Coutinho for you. His agent has come out and said that the player won't be leaving Barcelona this summer, even if Barcelona do sign Antoine Griezmann. So there you go. Coutinho wants to stay at Barcelona. His agent believes he's going to stay at Barcelona. So maybe there's no deal anywhere for Coutinho. Ranieri linked with the Celtic job, so I'll be happy if we get him. Yeah, I imagine he'd get morale up pretty quickly. He seems like a really nice guy. Someday I'm going to make a compilation of you forgetting players' names. There's so much goes through my head on streams, and half the time as I'm trying to think, I'm also reading comments and thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead of what I'm going to say next. So, yeah, I do forget a lot of stuff. But that's why you guys are the best subscribers on YouTube, because you bail me out time after time, and I love you guys for that. I take Weah from PSG. Is that the young gentleman that's on loan at Celtic at the minute, Lewis? Sky Sports have just reported that Harry Kane will be fit for the England squad for the Nations League. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier on, David, but I don't know if that equates to being ready for the Champions League final or not. Boya said, really want Villa to come up. Couldn't stand Derby in the Premier League. Boya, somebody asked earlier on, mate, about Tielemans, so I'd love to get your thoughts on Tielemans and what you think about him potentially signing on long term at Leicester, or do you think he'll go on elsewhere? John said, you going to the final, mate? I'm not. Hopefully you have a stream. No, I'm not going, John. Can't afford it, and don't think I'd get a ticket either. And I'm not going to pay 2 or 3 grand for a ridiculous fucking flight and match ticket package, because I just haven't got it. I can't afford it. That's simple. I'm definitely doing a stream for the final, 100%. Actually, I want to say something to you guys. I want your opinion on this. People have often said to us to do a charity stream before, and we've not done it for various reasons, but there is something that I want to get your opinion on. So please indulge me for a second while I talk about this. On the day after the Champions League final, the VHI Dublin's ladies mini marathon takes place, and my wife does that every single year, and she does it in aid of Cystic Fibrosis Ireland and Team Mason, which is a specific young gentleman who I'll go into in more detail as we get closer, who has cystic fibrosis, who has autism, who has cystic fibrosis related diabetes as well, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful young man who has a lovely caring family around him, and a great group of ladies that go and do this every single year in aid of Cystic Fibrosis Ireland. So what we're going to do is, for the Champions League final day, we'll do our watch along as we always do, normal watch along, but for the reaction stream, for the post-match stream, that's going to be a charity stream. So what we're going to do is, any money that we make, any revenue that we bring in from that stream, whether it be from super chats, whether it be from advertising, anything like that, we're going to donate all of that money to cystic fibrosis. I will put the link in to my wife's page at the time. If you want to donate directly rather than a super chat or anything, then please feel free to do that. You will see in the page everything is going directly to Cystic Fibrosis Ireland. I will get all the details to you guys. I'll put it in the stream notes on the day. I just want to get your thoughts on it, and I just want to let you guys know what we're looking to do. Every single penny, advertising revenue, super chats, direct donations, anything we make in the post-match stream where hopefully we're celebrating the 6th Champions League, we're going to donate all of that money, and we'll be as transparent as humanly possible. We'll let you guys know the exact amounts. We'll show you the transfers. It'll all be gone directly to Cystic Fibrosis Ireland, because I love my wife for a start, and I'm so fucking proud of her that she does this every single year and absolutely nails it, and she works hard in the gym and she does her best, and I love her, as you know. So I want to support her, and I think this is as good a cause as any. Cystic fibrosis is a very, very, very serious disease that takes years of people's lives, and this young gentleman, Team Mason, the guy I'm speaking about, and his family are just wonderful, and they do so much, and they're so selfless, and I'm sorry, I'm almost welling up here because it means that much to me. So that's what we're going to do for the post-match. Hopefully we're all celebrating, and I want to see if that's okay with you guys, because you've often suggested to us that we do a charity stream, so I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Anyway, we move on. Sounds like a great cause. Would love to contribute, said Barnes. Thank you. Well, as I said, anything that comes in that day, super chats, We'll put a direct link as well in on the day to the page that you can donate on, and any money we bring in from advertising revenue over the course of, you know, people watching back the streams and stuff, all of that will be going directly to the cause. And do you know what, I couldn't think of a better thing to donate to. John said that's a class act. Thank you very much, mate. But you know, it's not thanking me is silly. It's these wonderful ladies that go and do this every year to raise money for the cause that deserve the respect and admiration. We're playing a minuscule part in this. So to all the ladies that do the Dublin Ladies Mini Marathon every year, or anyone out there that does fundraising, love to each and every one of you, because you're special people. I think a lot of people are okay with it, which is great. Thank you. I never want to do anything on here that people aren't comfortable with or people don't agree with, because it's a community channel, as we've always said. Great idea, let's do it. Thank you to everyone who's saying kind words and agreeing. That means a lot to us. Thank you. So we'll push ahead with that. I'll give you much more details as the time gets closer. We've 17 days to go. I'll get all the information I can for you guys. I'll give you guys more information on the exact charity, on the young man in question, on how to donate, on everything, anything you need, anything that can make this process as transparent and as open as possible for everybody. I want to do that because I don't like anybody feeling like we're trying to misdirect or anything here, you know, because I don't know, I'm just paranoid about stuff like that. Because when it comes to money, I think everything on here should be transparent. Any news on the new striker? I wish I had, Gerald, mate. Just the hope for Timo Werner, buddy. Nothing genuine, nothing concrete that I can say. I'll be lying to you. Give yourself some credit also, mate. You're a great example for this community, and I'm glad this channel is doing so well. I don't know how to respond to that, mate. I do take a lot from the channel. When I say I take a lot, I mean it has helped me tremendously. My confidence has gone up. I don't feel as anxious as I used to before, and it's given me a lot in my life. So thank you. But I really just feel like you guys are the special people on this channel, and if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here, as I keep saying. Right. Anyway, we push on. Canal Plus are reporting now that Real Madrid want Salah and are talking to his reps. Yeah. Didn't Salah's agent already come out and say that he ain't going anywhere, that he's happy at Liverpool? So everyone's just trying to destabilise Liverpool again. Real Madrid can fuck off, basically. They've been linked to everybody under the sun. Paul Pogba, Eden Hazard, Christian Eriksen, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, Salah, Mane, David De Gea. They want rid of Gareth Bale. I mean, I've probably missed 4 or 5 other players that they've been linked to. Not happening, Real Madrid, sorry. Stop putting the Genie Williams song in my head purple, because people say every time I've got nothing to say I go do, 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 which I probably do, to be fair. What's this super chats on charity? I don't understand what you mean by that, Liverpool Football Club, mate. Just subscribed, said EJ is a S-Tone Actok. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, mate, that I can't say that name properly. But thank you so much for subscribing. I hope you enjoy the channel, and welcome. Did you see the Keanu Hoover goal? No, I didn't. I didn't see it. I haven't been able to watch much today, to be fair. It's been a crazy day for me. That will be my last super chat for a bit. Apologies, mate. Thank you. You've no need to apologise, buddy. You're so generous and so kind, Barnes. Thank you so much. You're a natural leader, bro. I really am. I mean, if you go onto social media and read stuff about me on Twitter, you'll just see that the people think I'm an absolute cunt. Yeah, there is a real fun little group of people that don't like me very much and like to tell everyone that I'm an asshole. But do you know what? I just ask people to take me as they find me, and if you think I'm an asshole, hey, what can I do about that? But just give me a chance. That's all I ever ask of people. Get to know me a little bit. Give me a chance and see what your thoughts are. If you think I'm a cunt, that's alright. We'll part ways and we'll move on. If you think I'm alright, then stay in the chat and we'll get to know each other and have a bit of fun together. Craig, am I linked to Real Madrid? Well, I didn't want to say anything, mate, but clearly, yeah, they need a mascot. They need somebody to run around in a big sumo suit. So I don't even need the suit. You know what I mean? Just give me the kit and I can run around. Transfer window opens tomorrow at midnight, Connor. It opens on the 16th at midnight. So, well, technically the 17th, I suppose. Have you heard the Mane song from the Boss Nights videos? Yeah, that whole thing is absolutely amazing. And what Boss Knights do, I can't say enough good things about it. It is sensational. I'm so happy for them. I'm so proud. I say I'm so proud of them. I don't know them, but I'm so proud of how it started from this little thing for younger fans and stuff to have a bit of fun in warehouses before or after games. And it's grown, and the music has gotten better, and people have gone on board with it, and they sold out the Olympia for the show at the end of the season. I mean, they deserve everything that comes to them, Boss Knights. They're sensational. Cannot say enough good things about them. Hope to get to a few other events. It looks absolutely amazing. So lots of love for Boss Knights and everybody involved, because they've just shown once again that Liverpool fans, it's not just about supporting a football club. It's a movement as such. There's even a beautiful music scene now to go with it, and yeah, I can't say enough good things about Boss Night. If you ever get a chance to go to any other events, obviously I would clearly encourage it. And another beautiful thing about them is they're very affordable, which I love as well. They're not in it to fleece people. They're just in it to give fans a beautiful time. And obviously they got to cover the cost and all that stuff. Of course, I mean, people have to, people can't dish out on these things and pay for it themselves. Of course, they have to charge, and rightly fucking so, but they're very, very realistic and reasonable in what they charge, and I cannot say enough good things. Fucking love them. Absolutely love the lads. Don't know any of them, but love them. How mad is that? Craig, I'd like to perform the aristocrats joke, only changing the punchline to the Glazers. That's gone completely over my head, Mr. Cocker. Connor just said, I can confirm that Craig is indeed a cunt. And who would know better? Connor would know better than most, to be fair. What else have we got? I've only been watching for half an hour and you're a nice and relaxed guy. Oh mate, watch me on a watch along and it's completely different. When we're watching games, you will hear me swearing at referees like a drunken sailor and jumping around like a fool. But you know what? It's part of being a fan, isn't it? Jamie Webster is a legend, said LFC 333. Indeed he is. I mean, yeah, he's brilliant, isn't he? You gotta love Jamie Webster. He's absolutely class. Who are we signing? Said Aminul. Who are we signing, mate? That is the $64,000 question, isn't it? I don't want to tell any lies, so I don't know. All I can do is, like everybody else, just hope. And just hope that we bring in the players that we all want. You seem like a legend, said John O'Grady. I'm just a normal fella, mate. A normal fella that's a fan. I've been described as narcissistic, which is fucking hilarious, because if you knew anything about me, you would know that narcissism is about as far I'm as unconfident about my own abilities and about myself as possible. So to call me narcissistic is fucking hilarious, because I don't think highly of myself whatsoever. I am a moody fucker. I'll absolutely own up to that one. I definitely am a moody bastard. It's impossible to speak in such a way that you cannot be misunderstood, said Carl Proper. I have a wonderful little quote that I read to myself all the time. It is a Warren Buffett quote. And I don't want to tell you guys what it is because it's my own personal little quote. But whenever I am going through a really bad time, or I'm feeling shitty about myself, or I'm seeing loads of stuff on social media that runs me down and calls me a cunt and people I've never even fucking spoken to, I always refer back to this one little Warren Buffett quote, and that keeps me going and it gets me through. Right, anywho, some more stuff. So Liverpool youngster Bobby Adekanye has announced on Twitter that he'll be leaving the club during the upcoming transfer window. The 20-year-old's contract with the Reds ends this summer, and he's decided he's going to move on for a new challenge. And I wish him all the best, because the post that he put up, I don't know if you guys seen it, it was beautiful. He was thanking the club, saying he'd grown as a man while he was here, and he wishes the best for Liverpool, but he just feels for his development and this time in his career, it's best for him to move on. And do you know what? I've always said it. You cannot begrudge a player wanting to play. And if young Bobby Adekanye, wants to move on, then I think, we should just wish him the best and say thank you for what you've done at the club, mate, and hope you have a wonderful career. I've tagged you on Twitter in Hoover's goal. Lewis, thank you very much, mate. I'll have a look at that when the stream's over. John Cooper said, I'm a Chelsea fan and I've subscribed to your channel, so you must be alright, mate. Thank you, John. I take that as a massive compliment, buddy. What's my thoughts on that Sick City video? Aminul, I did 30 minutes on it on last night's stream, buddy. I don't know, maybe you haven't had a chance to watch it. If you do, buddy, please do and have a look on there. I don't want to go back over it because I feel like we've given it enough air at this moment in time. It's If that's okay, buddy, I don't want to be just dismissive of your comment, but I spent what I thought was too long on it last night. Craig deserves a statue outside of his house. There's two, mate, to be fair. I have two statues of myself outside the house. My head keeps getting bigger on these statues every day as well. What's up with this semi-goatee? Yeah. How do I describe this without... Right, I can't grow a beard, so let's start with that one. I definitely can't grow a beard. If I could, I'd fucking have one. So the best I can do is a little goatee thing, but I don't want to grow it all the way in. So I kind of let it grow, shave it down a little bit, let it grow, shave it down a little bit. But there isn't really much of a story behind it, mate. I don't know. Maybe it's just a little bit longer today than usual. But I'll tell you what, I wish I could grow a full beard. Because I have little patches on my face where I've got no fucking hair, so can't grow a beard. 37 years of age. Am I 37? Yeah, 37 years of age and can't grow a beard. Oh, the embarrassment of it all. Mane is a legend. Their natural leaders are Hendo, obviously VVD, Mane, Robbo and Fabinho. So Craig Weston, Liverpool legend, said goodbye and good luck to Bobby, which is lovely to say. Someone said we've been linked with Gianluigi Buffon. That's nonsense, surely. I read he's going to sign an extension at Paris Saint-Germain, and we don't need Gianluigi Buffon. Why the fuck? Gianluigi Buffon is a legend and one of my goalkeeping heroes. I absolutely love the guy, but he's past it and he's finished. Bringing him to Liverpool would make no sense whatsoever. And the wages that I'd imagine he'd want after being at Paris Saint-Germain as well, that doesn't... Nah, I still can't see that one happening. And as I said, not being disrespectful to Gianluigi Buffon, because he's one of my goalkeeping heroes. He's one of the keepers when I was growing up that I looked to for inspiration. Musa said, United fan and love the show. Thank you so much, mate. From the Maldives as well. Wow. Beautiful. I'd love to get to the Maldives at some point, Musa. Welcome and thank you. Look, ladies and gentlemen, if you are with us for the first time and you're enjoying the stream, we're only 16 subscribers away from our next 100 target. So if you're enjoying it, please do hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the stream. To get to 15,400 would be great. I mean, I can't believe we've got past 15k. I say this every night, but I still can't believe it. So let's see where we can get to by the time the Champions League final is over. Maybe we pass 16k, who knows? Brian Morrissey said no pyro, no party. Tala said, apparently we're spending less than what we paid for Shaqiri. Yeah, that's not true. That's just not true. What do we pay for Shaqiri? 13 million, something like that? There's no way Liverpool are spending less than 13 million. Sure, one player would cost us more than that. EF said, I guess we must win the final because if not, some of our star players will be gone. No, they won't. Where are they going to go? Think about it this way. Genuinely, think about it this way, mate. Why would they go? Where would they go to? Real Madrid, who did fuck all in Europe this season and didn't win their league? Or Barcelona, who we knocked out in Europe and are clearly a better team than? Where are they going to go? There's nowhere for them to go. There's not really many clubs that are a step up from Liverpool Football Club at this moment in time. We're a club that's on the up and up, a club that's still developing. So, I mean, yes, it'd be great and we should look to go and win the Champions League final. And it is getting to the point where we should be thinking about winning fucking trophies. I get all that and I agree with you, but they're not going anywhere. They all signed new contracts last summer. Eden Hazard will sign for Liverpool. That would be probably one of my worst nightmares, Craig Weston. I do not like Eden Hazard one bit. Babyface, said Andrew Childerhouse. Yeah, I'll take that one, Andrew. Thank you. We've been linked with Alberto Moreno. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine the news tomorrow? Liverpool announced major signing and we're all... and then you click on it and it's Alberto Moreno has signed the new fight. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can you imagine? Oh, I'd say he's great fun in the dressing room. He looks like a good laugh, but yeah, he's not tactically aware enough, is he, Alberto Moreno? He's good going forward, but he's caught out of position far too often. Dylan Wise said, do you think our players will get to touch the LFC plaque in the tunnel after the Champions League final? Yeah, if they win something, Dylan, as Kloppo always said, touch that sign after you win something. So yeah, it's a good point, mate. I think they'll all give it a little tap if we do win it. Original Gunner said, I'm a Gooner and I love the show, mate. I know you're always in. It's great to see you. And you know I'm rooting for you guys in the Europa League final as well. Buffon is the GOAT, said Craig Weston. He's one of them. Yeah, he definitely is one of them. I mean, yeah, what a career Gianluigi Buffon has had. Not a chance anyone's leaving, said David Lowen. Yeah, I fully don't expect the club to lose anybody this summer that they don't want to move on, if that makes any sense. So I wouldn't expect Sadio Mane, Bobby Firmino, Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Gini Wijnaldum, anyone, Alisson Becker, Trent, Robbo. No one's going that Klopp doesn't want to go, because why would they? I think all we need is a De Ligt, a Griezmann or a Werner in the number 10, said Tala. What do you think of Jack Grealish's maturity lately? Proper number 10. Well, the only real Premier League serious links I've ever seen for him was, of course, Spurs. They went in hard for him in the previous window, and Villa held on to him. I don't know what would happen if Villa beat Derby in the Championship playoff final and get promoted. I don't know if Grealish will stay at Aston Villa or if he'll still look to move on, but he does seem to be developing nicely as a player. I was very impressed with the way he handled that fan running onto the pitch against Brighton and giving him a punch in the back of the head. I thought he handled that with exceptional grace and maturity. So I don't know, mate. I don't see him at Liverpool though. Werner is linked with Liverpool, said Gary Clark. Yep, and I hope it happens, Gary. I really do. Who would you like our Fabinho type signing to be? So the kind of under the radar, nobody has a clue until it's announced. I'm not gonna Fekir, mate. I'd fucking love that to happen. I'd love the club just to go, like, here he is, ta-da, it's all done. There you go. We got you, didn't we? You thought we weren't signing him, but here he is. Because let's be honest, when we thought about Nabil Fekir and we knew he was so close to signing for us previously, it made so much sense. Everybody just went, oh yeah, that would be great. He'd be a perfect link-up player there between the midfield and the attack. So yeah, for whatever reason, and we can just hazard a guess that it might have been his ACL or the way his knee was rebuilt, Nabil Fekir, I'd love that to just happen. Much like, when we didn't get Virgil van Dijk in the summer window, and then in December there he is with a Christmas tree holding up his Liverpool shirt. I'd love that to happen. And it would be even better if they used the older image, wouldn't it, from last year, and they just said, sure, we may as well use this one again. Mark Slough said, Forest fan here. Welcome, Mark. My wife's actually a Forest fan. Shh, don't tell anybody. Yeah, she is, for her sins. I hear Markovic is on a free, might be worth a world, said Tom Boland. Craig Weston said, my reasoning on Hazard is I believe Klopp will get the best out of him, no messing. I just don't like him, mate, personally. You can't doubt that on his day Eden Hazard is an immensely talented footballer, but he's already wearing his fucking Real Madrid pyjamas to bed, so he's therefore gone to Real Madrid by the looks of it. And he said he's already given Chelsea told Chelsea his wishes. Now what that means, I don't know. What are your thoughts on the second goalkeeper for us? Bernadette, I want it to be somebody that's already at the club, so I want it to be Kevin Kelleher or Grabara. I have this little gripe with goalkeepers being brought through our system and never getting a chance. It really annoys me. Maybe it's because I was a keeper myself and I can just, it just frustrates me. So I'd like them to get a chance as a number 2, because they're either good enough to be at the club or they aren't. And if they aren't, then what's the fucking point in having them here? You need to give these kids a chance to progress. So I would let Kevin Kelleher or Grabara take the reserve goalkeeper's jersey next season. But, it's not my decision. It's Jurgen Klopp's. Loving your vids, bro. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Mark. I think I have another couple of little bits of news. Let me just check. Oh yeah, I've been dreading saying this one all day because of the way trying to pronounce the surname here. So Liverpool are looking to snap up a 17-year-old Dutch star, Xavier Imbayamba, I believe his name is, who's currently at Chelsea. He's yet to sign a professional deal at Chelsea, and his representatives say he's grown frustrated at the club's failure to offer him a deal. Celtic, Porto and Bayern are also linked to this player and are keeping tabs on him, and it looks like from what I've read that he's going to go and train with a few different clubs, see how he fits in, see how the feel is for him, and yeah, another young Dutch star, so keep an eye on that one. The name again, Xavier Mboyamba, again excuse me if I mispronounce. So yeah, have a Google of that one. If you want to learn how to spell the surname, it's Mbuayamba, and as I said, he's currently at Chelsea. I feel we must go all out in the Cups next season like the Champions League, said Craig Weston, which is why I think we need to strengthen the squad, buddy, so we have that strength in them to be able to challenge for the 4 competitions. It was not Brighton, it was Grealish, it was Birmingham. I'm sure I said Birmingham. John. If I didn't say Birmingham, then I absolutely meant to say Birmingham, mate, because I knew it was the derby, like, so I knew if I said Brighton, sorry, it was Birmingham, obviously, but I thought I did say Birmingham. At 12 o'clock, Liverpool to confirm Fekir as a Liverpool player, said Liam Granby. That'd be fucking great. Wouldn't it be great, Liam? If you sign a player this week, can they play in the Champions League final? No, mate. No, they can't play until next season. That's a cracking point, Craig, regarding goalkeepers. I can't think of any big clubs in the Premier League who give one a chance off the top of my head. Joe Hart at City, although didn't he even go and have a loan somewhere else, if memory serves, before he got his chance at City? Now, I could be wrong on that. I'm just trying to work off the hamster wheel that's going around in my head. Man United close to sign Koulibaly. It'll be him versus Van Dijk at HYS Football. Look, Koulibaly is a tremendous centre-back. Absolutely colossus of a player. I wouldn't put him quite up at the same level as Van Dijk, but I mean, I'm talking a small percentage less. He's still an elite centre-back. And if United get him from Napoli, then they've got themselves one hell of a footballer. There's no denying that. Koulibaly is top quality. Mr. Dave Sweeney's in the house, Dave. How are you, buddy? Great to see you in. What have we got? 14 subscribers away from the next 100, guys. So if you are watching, please do hit that channel. Hit that channel. Don't hit it. Just slap the channel. Hit the subscribe button as well when you're finished slapping the channel. Who will do your Premier League predictions on the channel? Or will you do Premier League predictions on the channel? In what way, mate? I'm not sure what you mean, Big Man Steve. What type of predictions are you talking about, buddy? Because we're happy to do whatever you guys want us to do, mate. So, and that includes nudity if it's artistic and it lends itself to the particular scene. But yeah, I don't know what you mean by predictions. I do predictions for every game of scores and starting 11s and stuff. I don't know if that's what you mean. Up the Spurs TV said, Up the Spurs TV. Welcome in, mate. Just a video of Fekir playing the electric guitar and smashes it over the piano Sanchez played on. Yeah, that would be class. Youth teams need keepers. You can't have a situation where Alisson gets injured in the Champions League semi-final and the lad that comes on is making his debut. Disagree, to be fair, Brian May. Why not? Why not? He's been brought through the system. He's been taught to play the Liverpool way. No doubt he'll get cup games as well beforehand. So why not him? Why another lad that's just been sitting on the bench and doing fuck all for the season? I would disagree on this one, I think. But it's just a matter of opinion, buddy, and we won't always agree on everything. Do you think you could get Eriksen from Spurs this summer if he doesn't sign a new contract? I don't think we could get him, but I think he will move on, perhaps. Real Madrid have been linked, of course they have. They've been linked to everybody. And I know Spurs will, of course, try and fight to sign him because Christian Eriksen is one hell of a footballer and he would grace any team in Europe. Cape Town Muslims in, how are you, mate? Good evening, Craig. Totally trust Klopp when it comes to transfers, and he's earned that right, hasn't he? As has Michael Edwards and the rest of the recruitment team. Predictions for the final. I'm going 4-2 to Liverpool and go full on party mode, said Scott. I think I went 2-0, Scott, if I remember, but I do want to wait and see exactly who's fit and who isn't fit before I make my absolute prediction. For the next season. Again though, mate, I don't know what you mean. Are you talking about where teams will finish, who'll get promoted or who'll get relegated, who'll go into Champions League positions, that kind of thing? If that's the case, probably need to wait a little bit closer till we see what transfers take place, buddy. Prediction for the league table. Again, I'd like to wait until more transfers are in place so I know what each team's squad looks like, but it's so hard to predict these things. Yeah, you could probably predict the top 6 to a certain extent, but when it comes to relegation and stuff, I mean, sometimes there's a surprise in there, isn't there? Can you get expressions on the show for the final, said John. Not for the final itself, because it'll be myself, Connor and Brian doing the watch along, but expressions is 100% coming on for a Champions League final preview. I've already been in contact with him and he's good to go, so yeah, we will be having my man expressions on for a preview. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I love talking to him. He's an absolute force of nature. If you don't follow Expressions or you don't subscribe to his channel, he's on Instagram as well. Check him out. Expressions Ooze. So Expressions OOZ. Check him out. He is, and there's a video on our channel of him. We did an interview or a little stream with him. I think maybe it was about 10 days ago. It's in our list of videos. It's only 20 minutes long as well. So if you don't know who he is, check that out. And I think you'll love him after you watch it because he's one of life's good guys. And I should say the award-winning expressions as well, because he won Vlogger of the Year at the football blogging award. So congratulations to everyone again that won on that. No love for Anfield Agenda. Although why would there be? We're just little old us. So next season, every single one of you motherfuckers out there better be nominating us for something in the FBAs. I don't care what it is, even if it's Most Bald Irish Twat Award. I want to be nominated for it because it'd be nice to have a little award. I'm not going to lie. It would be nice. You know, me being the narcissistic motherfucker that I am. You know, it would be nice, wouldn't it? How does it feel to be the most beautiful bald man behind Dwayne Johnson? I mean, I'll take that, Harrison. I mean, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is one hell of a beautiful bald man, to be fair. He's doing a lot for bald men around the world. I'll take it, Harrison. I'll take it, mate. Do you see Gini Wijnaldum thumping header goal? Oh, Gini Wijnaldum. He's just beautiful, isn't he? Gini Wijnaldum. God bless him. Derby or Aston Villa? As in, who do I think will win, or who would I prefer to come up? I'll give you the answer to both, mate, just, you know, to save me having to get you to write it in again. I think Aston Villa will come up, and I want Aston Villa to come up, actually. I wanted Leeds to come up, but for the final, I would probably edge toward Aston Villa. Even I'd have to ignore the whole John Terry part of it, but they're two very, very good clubs, and two clubs that probably belong at the top flight, or in the top flight of English football. Your 1920 predicted top 6 based on form this season and linked transfers. Yeah, we'll definitely do that, Jack. But again, I just want, you know, give me a couple of days and I'll work it out. It's so early to predict these things now, because I think Leicester, if they're clever in this transfer window and hold on to their players, and Wolves could break into that top 6. So that's why I'm saying just kind of wait and see what happens. Any news on the kickoff yet? Nah, no love, Joanne. No love from True Geordie or the lads at the kickoff. Yeah, I don't know. We're not winning that battle anytime soon, but it looks of it to try and get on there. But hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. Maybe next season. I'll nominate you for the best hair award. I mean, if I'm not a winner for that, original gunner, if I'm not a shoe-in for that, I mean, I give up. What's the point? Brian Morris, said, I've known for ages we're diametrically opposed on the keeper situation. I've always wanted to debate it. I was a young goalkeeper too. We can absolutely have this debate, Brian. Brian's going to come on and do a transfer show with me at some point in the near future. So, I mean, we can definitely do it as part of that one, buddy. We must arrange that stream, actually, mate. Fabinho is a beautiful bald man. Indeed he is. Indeed he is. Talented footballer as well. One hell of a player. What an addition he's been to our squad this season. Craig's the Irish Bruce Willis. I'm taking it. I'm having that Peter McPhee face. How are you, sir? Great to see you back in. Dwayne isn't a chisel like a Greek god. I'm more like a fucking Greek yogurt, mate, than a Greek god, to be fair. I do love The Rock, though. How could you not love The Rock? I mean, he's The Rock. Loved him as a wrestler, love him as an actor, love him as a man. He's just a good dude, isn't he? Terry Crews, yeah, he's... Anyone who doesn't know who Terry Crews is, sorry, he is the big muscular gentleman from Brooklyn Nine-Nine that makes his pecs dance all the time. And yeah, he's a monster, isn't he? Big fella. Craig Weston said, I watched Redmen TV for ages until I discovered Anfield Agenda and haven't checked them out since. Nothing against them, was just getting bored and now I'm not. Again, Redmen TV, great channel, make great content. I will never say anything bad about them because I've nothing but admiration and respect for them. But I'm glad you're here with us, Craig. Let me say that. It's always great to have people in. Sorry, some more comments. Hi, Craig, United fan from Kenya. Love your stream. Thank you so much, mate. Welcome in. Great to have you with us. And lots of love from Ireland. If you do not win the best hair award, then the world's crazy. It's ridiculous, mate, isn't it? It's kind of like Pogba getting into the team of the year. It doesn't make any sense. Why did I start supporting Liverpool? It's a really weird story, Chris Games. So I've said this before. I'm not sure how old you are or how old some of the people in the chat are. So I'm just going to talk, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just ignore me for a second. So it was back at the time where Arsenal came to Anfield and Arsenal needed to beat Liverpool. I think it was 88, 89 or 89, 90. I always get it mixed up. Arsenal came to Anfield needing to beat Liverpool by 2 clear goals to win the First Division title. And they did it. They scored a late goal and they won 2-0. And I was transfixed by Anfield as a kid then. I just looked around, and even though they'd lost and even though Arsenal won the league, from that moment on, I was just in love with Liverpool Football Club. I just was transfixed with the Kop and the stadium and those guys in red, and yeah, it's stuck with me forever. And it's weird to say that I started supporting the club because of a loss or after a loss, but yeah, I was just sitting on the sofa and I wasn't even at home. We were out at a friend of my parents' house and we were staying over there, and I was like the only kid there watching TV where they were all, doing, I think it was a dinner party or something, and they were doing adult things and they were chatting and having a drink or whatever they were doing. And I just remember sitting there watching this. I was it was about 10 o'clock, so I was fucking delighted to be still up at that point. And I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. Yeah, that's how. Do I want the LIGT to come? Yes, Gary, mate. I would love Matthews de Ligt to come to Liverpool. Of course, 100%. I don't know if he will or not, but yeah, definitely he's great. So when you win an award, Craig, that means one thing: a piss up, said Liam. Probably. Do you know what, Liam? Yeah, fuck it, probably, mate, to be fair. Hey, Craig, what about Son playing for Liverpool next season? I would love him. He's absolutely ideal for our system in every single way. His attitude, his pace, his power, his ability, his work rate, his fitness. Son is an excellent, excellent footballer, but I don't think anyone's going to get him out of Spurs anytime soon. He's adored by the fans there. They've got that wonderful new stadium. And he looks to be really enjoying his football. So as much as I admire him as a footballer and as much as I'd love him, I wouldn't see it happening, but he is one hell of a player. Probably one of the most suited players I can think of to Liverpool system, and somebody that you could just drop in there straight away and would be absolutely ideal as someone to rotate into that front three. Harrison said, I'm a City fan, just want to let you know I'm not really a City fan because they have none. Oh, that's brilliant. Good man, Harrison. That has cheered me up no end, mate. Well in. Oh, good man. Just like the video, everybody click the like button, said John. Please do, guys, if you are enjoying the stream. Worried about Poch in the final. He's good at changing tactics mid-game. We've got to win this trophy. I back Klopp to outwit Pochettino. I also think the experience we have of being there last year, losing the final, the build up to the day, the feelings the players will have, they won't forget all that. As much as both teams will of course be up for it, I think we'll be a little more up for it. When does the transfer window open? It opens at midnight tomorrow, HYS football, so I suppose technically Friday. What else we got? Claude from AFTV just posted a video on how he's getting seriously trolled and near the edge. It's really sad how they want to go out and upset people. Look, I ain't a fan. I'm not even going to be a hypocrite here. I'm not a fan of AFTV in any way, shape or form. But what I will say is, and I don't know if you'll ever see this, Claude, if you're watching, mate, please feel free to contact me anytime for a chat, mate. I've been through probably what you're going through, and I'd be happy to help out in any way I could. I'm not going to lie and say that I like the channel. I don't. But Claude is a human being. He puts himself out there. He shares his opinions on the football club that he loves, and the best of luck to him for that. But I'm here if he wants to chat. I'm so sad to hear that, and I'm so sad to hear that people are being that fucking horrible towards another human being for his opinions on football. So I'm here, mate. I know you're probably not going to see this, but hit me up anytime for a chat. I'll be more than happy to, buddy, and help in any way I can. And to the people that are treating them that way, I'm big, bold and ugly enough that I can take all the trolling that comes my way. Some people are, I'm not going to say softer than others. Some people just maybe a little bit more, what's the phrase I'm looking for here? I'm trying to be very careful about the language I use here. Some people maybe just a little bit more insecure maybe about themselves. I don't know, but as I said, that offer is here for Claude. If anybody goes on to Arsenal Fan TV or anyone chats to him on social media, I'd happily have a chat with him, and if I can help him out in any way. I'm not saying I can, but love to him. Lots of love to you, Claude, if you're watching, mate, and keep it up. Don't let them get the better of you, buddy. Fuck them, as we say on this channel. Fuck them. Which signing is Liverpool going to make next season? I hope Timo Werner. I hope Fekir. I hope De Ligt. I'd love Dybala as well, my friend, but I can't give you an honest answer because the truth is I genuinely don't know. None of us do. We're all just waiting to see what happens, buddy. Sorry, who was that put that comment in? Job, how are you, mate? Sorry, yeah, I lost your track. I lost track of the comments there for a second. I think Vardy would suit our system also, Craig, which is a very good shout, Mark. He would. His work rate is tremendous as well, Jamie Vardy. But he is settled at Leicester, and he's been through a lot at that football club, and he's turned down a move to Arsenal before because he wanted to stay at Leicester, and you got to admire that. What about Gomez? If De Ligt comes, he looked awesome next to VVD. Do you know what, Ultimate Wingman? I've always said I'd love to see us play a 3 at the back system. So to do that, I suppose you'd probably need at least 5 centre backs, wouldn't you? Really, 5 top level centre backs, because you need cover. And it wouldn't be so much Gomez that I'd be worried about if De Ligt came in. It would be Kian and Hoover that I'd be worried about, because you don't want that pathway through to be blocked. But yeah, I think any club playing even 2 at the back should have at least 4 high level centre backs. So if I'm saying that we move on, say Dejan Lovren, then if De Ligt comes in, you'd have De Ligt, Van Dijk, Gomez and Matip, and that's cool. And you've got young Kian and Hoover to come through as well. But I get where you're coming from. I always thought we played great with 3 at the back if we had the bodies for it. So if we had De Ligt, Gomez, Van Dijk, can you imagine that? And then have Trent and Robbo even pushed a little bit further forward with Fabinho there to it'd be awesome. Did you see the Empty had installed some digital banners? Yes, I've spoken about this actually on Twitter. It's sad, if I'm being honest. I mean, why not just have real banners there? Why not have to have... I don't know if they're genuine banners the fans have had and they've just reworded them, put them up digitally. I'm not educated enough on this, but it looked fucking weird. I think that's fair to say. 370 people watching. Said yo 111 likes. Come on, Red, show some love to Craig's channel. Yes, if you are enjoying the stream, please do drop a like on it, and of course hit that subscribe button. We're only 14 away from the next 100. I feel like I've been saying that all stream. Maybe nobody's watching, but if you are watching, you are enjoying, please do hit that button. You know what, Craig? Connor may have a new jacket, but then you never know. Place your bets now, said Liam. That jacket's going nowhere, buddy. He loves that jacket. City fan here? No, previously a Chelsea fan, then converted to a City fan, said Mark. Claude is a good guy and also a DT hater. Well then, you know what? He's gone up in my estimations massively, because we all know what I think of Mr. Double Initials. Dybala, Griezmann or Werner? Werner. Because I really feel that at 23 and still progressing, I think he's 23, Jurgen Klopp could turn him into an absolute world beater. Dybala, the Griezmann is definitely bottom of that list for me by a country mile. I dislike Antoine Griezmann immensely. But yeah, Dybala or Werner would be great. Boya said Claude was nice when I met him. I hope he's okay. As do I. I fucking hate bullying on social media, and I hate people being hounded like that. It's Claude's own YouTube channel, by the way. Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Kika. Yeah, if you're on there, please do let him know. I know he doesn't know me from Adam, and he probably doesn't give a shit either, but I'm here from, or anyone, as I've said before. I mean, I detest bullying in any form. So he's a grown man like myself. He's a man, I'm sure he's a wife and kids, and he's just trying to, enjoy his football and his football club. So, I mean, fuck, I'm genuinely sad to hear that. Like, why the fuck are people feel like they can act out in this way, or people feel like they can try and humiliate or belittle somebody like that just because they disagree with him? I mean, disagree with him by all means, or me, or anybody else you don't like, but sometimes with the anonymity of social media and things, people just go too fucking far. And they say things, and I take lots of stuff with a pinch of salt. I mean, all the threats and stuff I receive, I laugh off. Because to be honest, I don't take any threats or any comments from anybody who hides behind a false name seriously. I just don't even entertain them. I just think, fuck you. If you want to show me your face and you want to show me who you are, then I'll take your comments seriously. Until then, kiss my ass. You're just a trolling little shit. But that's just me, and that's how I react. And people are different, and sometimes if Claude's going through a particularly tough time at the moment and it's building up on him, and I don't know what's going on in his personal life, and that's his own business, but sometimes people just need to understand that their actions can impact on people, and it isn't just a free-for-all on social media. You cannot just go and attack people like that. So, as I said a few moments ago, I wish Claude the best. It won't be long until other classless clubs start using electronic banners, said Scott H. Lallana back to Southampton, said Krishna. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I also, Bournemouth is another team that I thought about maybe if Lallana moved on. I guess the Lit wants to play in the Premier League, said EF. I hope he does, and I hope he comes to us. I really, really do. Zaha has told friends he wants to leave for a Champions League club. Are we going for him? We talked about this yesterday, Azzy, and actually I said yes. I like Wilfried Zaha at Liverpool, but a couple of people didn't think he was quite there. It was a really, I think it was a 50-50 split amongst the chat yesterday about Wilfried Zaha and whether he'd be good for Liverpool. Valverde out said, I subscribe. Thank you very much, my friend. Welcome to the channel and great to have you with us. Obviously, you must be an unhappy Barca fan by the name of your account there, but thank you for joining. Luke said, in my opinion, we don't need Werner. Firmino's a proven Premier League striker. I think we need a backup striker for the bench. I get you, Luke, but it's more about rotation, I think, mate, and we can't expect the front three to play every Premier League game, every Champions League game, every League Cup game, every FA Cup game, mate. It's a very, very long season, and we're in a position now where the drop off from the front three to the bench is very steep, and it's cost us have been able to challenge for domestic cup. So I think sometimes we can't just look at it as a starting 11, mate. We've got to look at it as a squad. And Origi, as much as he's been great, he's had a great impact this season, scored some very important goals for us. I just think we do need proven quality at this moment in time, as well as of course bringing through the younger players, and we do have Rhian Brewster there, but we're losing Daniel Sturridge, so that kind of cancels itself out straight away. Are we wearing red in the final? I would absolutely imagine so. Cape Town Muslim, there's no reason why we wouldn't be. Spurs wearing the white, us wearing a red. Yeah, I can't see why not. We are the away team technically, even though we're going to have the home dressing room in the Champions League final. If you wanted to pick Griezmann or Neymar, who would it be? Ragnar Klavan. Honestly, you've probably picked two of the 3 or 4 footballers who I do not like most in the world there. But if I had to pick one of those two for our team and our system, Griezmann. Because I think he has a little bit more about him, a little bit more work rate about him than Neymar. And I absolutely despise Neymar. I think he's the epitome of a YouTube footballer. Right. Okay, where have we got? Sorry, somebody said something else there I'm trying to catch up with. Hey Craig, how amazing would it be to sign the German pair BRANDT and Werner? It would be class, Cameron. It would be great, mate. It'd be a good window, that, to be fair. Even if that was it, it'd be a very good window. Kieran McFadden said a backup right back. I don't know. What's this quit being a fan if we bought Coutinho back? I don't think we will bring him back. The way he left, it was pretty destabilising, and the few bits we've spoken about before about how we tried to get other senior pros to have words with Klopp, I just can't see it happening. Radical Gambino said, I don't think Zaha has the right mentality. He always moans. The old man Willem said, I think Origi is decent now and will be a solid player in the future. Yeah, he's definitely won me over a bit this season, mate, and I think him getting rewarded with a new deal, if that is to go on and be the case, I have no problems with that whatsoever. Danny said Bobby in the 10. Again, he could definitely do that, buddy, 100%. Kane playing the final, yes or no? I have a sneaky suspicion, what the fuck is a suspicion? I have a sneaking suspicion that he'll try and make himself available, but he won't really be fit. And if he plays from the start, he'll have a stinker because he's not in a rhythm. But that's just my opinion, and I don't know the absolute answer to that one. Connor said, did you see UEFA decide to give us the home dressing room even though we've been chosen as the away team? Yeah, it's because of security reasons, I believe, because of where our fans are going to be located in the stadium and of where our fan park is and the trams and the trains to get to the final. I think that's why. In Haloko's in, mate. How are you? What have I missed? Not much, buddy. We're just really chatting transfers and just having a bit of fun tonight, actually. Any expectations on the away kit? Yeah, the white one. The white one that we've seen floating around on Twitter and stuff. Maybe you haven't seen it. It looks very much like a kind of a Leon-esque kit. I don't like it personally, but you know, it's hard to judge something until you see it in person. Good evening, young man. How's tricks? Said Sean. It is. I'm tickety boo, Sean, mate. As always, how are you? Thoughts on Pogba / fan abuse on the final day? It's not good enough. I don't rate Paul Pogba. I don't actually. At United, I do think there's a good footballer there in Paul Pogba, but I would agree he had a bit of a stinker at United, as has the whole fucking squad, to be fair. But yeah, I've seen the video. I've seen the abuse he received. It's just not right. To be fair, it's not right. Yeah, no, I think it. Nah, like fans, of course, do have a right, and there's a way of going about saying things, and I don't want to tell a fan base how to act, but it wouldn't be at our club. Let's just put it that way. You wouldn't see that, and I'm very surprised that it happened at United because they're usually quite good and get behind their players. So yeah, it was disappointing. Well, not for me as a Liverpool fan. Why the fuck would I really give a fuck about it? But from a fan's perspective, it was disappointing to see. But from obviously a Liverpool perspective, I hope the club fucking struggles for the next 25 years. Jack's page said 3 to 5 players in and 2 out. Big window for the Reds. Who's this person that keep people? Oh, this Pascal Gomez thing. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Let him come in and say City are champions. And they are champions. They're also, the club is classed as from top to bottom, mate. But you are champions. There's no denying that one. I mean, facts are facts. The third kit is grey and gold. Some people are trying to say, is this AALFTEZ Liverpool fan 9? I'd seen that image, but some people are saying that it's just the goalkeeper's image shot in a different light, and I'm absolutely torn between the two. I don't know if it is or isn't. I hope it's the third kit because it looks sweet, and I hope it is that grey kit with gold you're talking about because I'll be all over that. Right guys, going to do another 5 minutes and then call it a night. I know we started a little bit late, so that's why I'm going a bit longer. Willow, how are you? Welcome in. I'm never going to call you Wendy. Always going to call you Willow. Always. Craig, Liverpool's first 5 penalty takers. If that, not that would be necessary. Right, it's Milner, Van Dijk, Salah, Firmino, and Robertson. They'd be my 5. Presuming they're all on the pitch, of course. Sign Leroy Sané said, nice day. Mate, honestly, do you believe Liverpool and Manchester City are going to do any business? Willow said, I know. I'm feeling fine, Craig. Thanks for asking. Good. I'm glad you're doing okay. I hope the carpet went down okay as well. I know you remember saying that you were getting a new carpet. I hope everything's fit and it's all okay and everything's tickety-boo, Willow. Fabinho definitely to take penalties. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about Fabinho. Hey, mate, to be fair, I forgot about Fabinho there. That's a good show. No, I absolutely just plain old forgot about Fabinho for those who are saying you're all spot on. Let me replace. So, who will I go with then? Right, we'll do it again. Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Milner, and Salah or Firmino? Salah or Firmino? Firmino. I'll actually go Firmino ahead of Salah. I know that sounds weird because I know Mo Salah can take penalties. He scored a massive penalty under pressure for Egypt to qualify them for the World Cup. But yeah, that would be my 5. But I mean, my 5 means fuck all. Looking good, said Willow. Glad to hear it. Coutinho must be thinking, why on earth did they push for that Barca move? Disaster, said Ultimate Wingman. The grass isn't always greener, mate. That's what sometimes people unfortunately find out. Coutinho was idolised here and would have continued to be idolised and would never have received the treatment he's receiving at Barcelona. But there's one thing on this, and I spoke about Paul Tompkins' wonderful article yesterday. He doesn't have Klopp fitness. And people might laugh at me when I say that, or might laugh at Paul, I should say, in that article. And I don't think they would, because he's far too knowledgeable to ever consider trying to undermine. He hasn't got the same fitness, and he hasn't got the arm around the shoulder that he got at Liverpool. And he seems like the type of person that needs that reassurance or to feel loved, and he doesn't seem to be feeling the love of Barca at the minute. Larry is in, my friend. How the hell are you? I hope yourself and everybody in Calgary are well. I was told, Larry, if I ever go to Calgary, that I have to go to a lake. Is it St. Pete's Lake or St. Peter's Lake? Larry, am I mad on that one? But I've been told before, if I ever get over to Calgary, that I have to go to this specific lake, that it's beautiful. And I've probably messed up the name of it, as I always do. I wonder how Emre Can feels now. He won the league, to be fair, with Juventus, so I mean, maybe he's a little bit happy about that one, but he's probably more suited to the style of football in Serie A, the slightly slower pace. Lewis said, haven't trusted Fabinho on penalties since the miss against Napoli in pre-season. Mate, it's pre-season, give him a break. He has an excellent record at Monaco, didn't he? I don't think he ever missed a penalty at Monaco. Lake Louise, said Vigo. There you go. Is that the one? Well, whatever it was, and again, I always get names wrong. You guys know that by now. Yeah, I was told if I go over, have to have a look at that lake. Have to see it. It's supposed to be beautiful. Lake Louise, perhaps. It's in the mountains, about an hour and a half drive. That must be it, Larry. Yes, it was actually on Joe Rogan's podcast that I heard. I think he had Andrew Santino on the podcast, I believe, and he was talking about, Andrew Santino was saying that he was up at Lake Louise. It must be, and how beautiful that it was. I think we have to get Coutinho back to Liverpool, said Job. It won't happen, Job, mate, and I don't mean to be a damp squid here or rain on your parade, but just remember the way he left the club, and the way he undermined the manager, and the way that he feigned injury, and the way that his team put out false information around Jurgen Klopp and that there was a fallout there and stuff. So I just don't see it happening. Liam said my 5 penalty takers will be Milner, Mo, Mane, Bobby and Fabinho. Fuck Coutinho, said Pro Club's Gameplay. So we were just going to ignore that Shaqiri is way better at right wing than Salah. We're not ignoring it, mate. You're just talking out your arse, with all due respect. If you think that Shaqiri is better on the right wing than Mohamed Salah, then I would seriously have to question everything about that. I don't want to say question your knowledge of football, because that sounds like I'm being patronising towards you, and I don't mean to be, but he just isn't, mate. For me, Shaqiri will never get into our starting 11 on a regular basis, because in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, he's just not good enough. He can deliver one hell of a cross, he can be impactful, and he can have good moments, but to say that he's better at right wing than Mohamed Salah, mate, I'm sorry, I just don't agree with that. What about Kevin Volland? Yeah, he's a name that's kind of, I haven't followed for a few years, Borussia Dortmund forever. Obviously, when he was coming through, was very well thought of, and was he at Hoffenheim? Am I right in that one, or am I wrong? I haven't actually kept track of him since. Larry Lee said, I took the original drummer of the Beatles, Pete Best, to Lake Louise, and his wife gasped when she saw the glacier and the lake. Now you're just teasing me, Larry. I've got to see it. I must Google it actually and have a proper look, but it's not going to be the same. You got to be there, don't you, and look at these things. 29 days until the GCSEs are done, said Roberto. Well, best of luck, buddy. I hope you nail it. My daughter's sitting exams herself this summer. For all the Reds team, Westerveld, Song, Lovren, Clava, Moreno, Bishan, Aquilani, Bruno Cheru, Rosenthal and Balotelli. Oh God, some of those names. How's my day been, said PH02. Damn, it's pretty good, mate. I hope yours has been good as well. Okay, what else have we got? Wouldn't pay the 89 million Barca supposedly won for Coutinho, said Jones enough. Nicolas Pepe be a top signing, pace and direct would be a solid incoming, said King K. Absolutely, a very well, highly thought of young forward. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to have to call it a night there, because got to be up quite early, because as I said, we're going to Taylor Park with October and Connor and stuff. So look, thank you as always for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 9:45, 10 o'clock, sometime around there. And we'll go through it all again, and we'll count down 16 days to go until Madrid, because, yeah, that's coming. That's going to sneak up on us thick and fast. And, of course, then the transfer window will be opening as well, so more rumours coming out thick and fast. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that button before you head off. If you've enjoyed the stream, drop a like on the stream as well. Have a wonderful time enjoying the good weather if you're in the UK and Ireland, or wherever you are in the world. I hope you're all keeping well. I hope your families are well. But take care of your family, tell your loved ones that you love them, and up the motherfucking Reds.